The Neighborhood is a CBS comedy about what happens when the friendliest guy from the Midwest moves his family to a neighborhood in Los Angeles, and not everyone there looks like Dave Johnson, nor do they appreciate his extreme friendliness. In this week's episode, Dave's neighbor reluctantly invites him to join his guys' night while their wives take their first girls' trip. Here's a preview.
Thanks again for inviting me. Grover's had a sleepover, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to come.
How convenient.
You gonna get in on some of this jicama, Calvin? It's in season.
Well, fortunately, so is pizza.
Man, this is great. Isn't like a bunch of guys getting together to watch a big fight. Whoa. I almost just double dipped.
Max Greenfield plays Dave in that show, and he's joining us right now. So, Max, first off, congratulations, because the show has been renewed.
Yes,
There's something about this dynamic that really, touches people. They get it.
Yeah, it feels like it's working. I'm glad that everybody feels what we're experiencing on set.
Right.
It's really great. We got picked up for a second season last Friday. The network came in and told us. Everybody started crying.
Right.
It's a really good.
Well, I think you guys have really done a really great job at handling an issue that a lot of cities are dealing with, but people get very upset about, right? It's sort of like new people moving into the neighborhood. I'm going to throw out the word gentrification, and how do you handle it, and blah, blah, blah. And you guys have sort of brought it down to just human beings.
Well, and I think addressing it comedically brings some levity to this situation.
Yeah. So can we talk about this episode a little bit?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Without giving anything away, but how does it go?
There's not too many spoilers.
No.
But the girls, Beth Bears and Tashina Arnold, they have their first girls trip. They go down to Vegas, and Beth has an idea of what a Vegas trip looks like, and Tashina has a much different idea of what a trip looks like. So they get into some trouble down there, and I'm left back at home, and it's a big fight night. So I end up over at Calvin's house, Cedric's house, and we're there to watch the big fight. And Calvin is he's a little skeptical about what my point of view is on that.
Interesting. So, at the beginning of the season, you're the new neighbor, right?
Yes.
But now we come to the end of the season. Has Dave evolved, or have the neighbors evolved, or the relationship evolved from beginning to end?
I mean, I think if there is an evolution, it's a very slow one.
Right.
And I think that's probably how it would happen in real life as well. So I think we're working towards that, but I think any sort of evolution is taking place at a snail's pace.
Right. Cedric the Entertainer.
The best.
The best. Not only a great comedic actor, but, great stand-up comic. I don't know what it's like to work with somebody like that. I mean, is it a laugh a minute behind the scenes?
It's honestly, it's really wonderful. He's so involved in the show, and we tape the show in front of a live studio audience, so he's there. He's so comfortable in front of the audience.
Yeah.
He sort of introduces the show, and we'll talk to them throughout the show, and sort of takes the pressure off all the other actors and allows them to just do their job and not have to think about, because you really do. You feel like you're hosting this audience. There's some sort of responsibility.
Right.
And Cedric's like a really wonderful #1 and such a leader, and sets like such an incredible tone for the entire set.
I guess, if he sort of can prime the audience, they're ready to laugh, they want to laugh.
Yeah.
And does that make your job easier to deliver the lines?
Much easier.
Yeah.
You have no idea. It's really, he really is. He is a true leader and tone setter.
What can we expect for the rest of the season, do you think?
I don't know. We have
Hilarity?
I hope so.
Yeah.
We have 4 episodes left. We start them next week.
So do you know what's been written, or do you get anything ahead of time?
I have no idea. That's what's so nice about it. The process of the show is we'll get a new episode on Wednesday, and we read it. We've read it maybe the night before, and then we read it for the first time in front of the network and the writers, and that starts our new week. So each week is sort of like this little play that you put on and then tape at the end of the week, and it's different for me, and it's been a really wonderful experience. It's been so much fun.
Well, once again, congratulations. The show is
Thank
great.
you.
Obviously, a lot of people like it because it got renewed.
So far, so good.
And thanks for coming in so dang early.
Look,
Appreciate
I'm
it.
up.
Are you an early riser?
I have kids, man. They wake up way earlier than this.
I love it. Thank you, Max.
Absolutely.